Thanks for joining us and tuning in to the RWTA 2026 Chilled Out series. I'm Marianne, Kintzel, Executive Officer of the RWTA. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with our new member, Alexander Leon, Head of Key Accounts and Business Development at Linde Material Handling. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Pleasure to be here. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, you and me both. Linde Material Handling is a global leader in material handling equipment and intralogistics solutions, providing forklifts, warehouse trucks, automation technologies, and fleet management systems that support efficient warehouse operations. For many of our members working in the temperature-controlled warehouses and refrigerated logistics, reliable equipment and efficient warehouse operations are absolutely critical. Can you tell us a little bit about Linde Material Handling and how your solutions support businesses operating in cold storage and food logistics environments, please?
I think what's important to consider is obviously industry-related nuances, but in general, from a Linde perspective, due to the depth and breadth of our product range, we adopt quite a consultative approach to how we handle any customer. So what's important to us is to ensure we acknowledge and understand their current requirements, future requirements, whether that be in relation to operations, sustainability, commercial requirements, before we make decisions collaboratively with our customers on what we look to offer. That's very important at the front end. Our product range is quite broad. So, for example, in that market, there are a variety of requirements from storage when it comes to double deep racking, drive-in racking as well. So we have up to 5 or 6 variants in our electric counterbalance range at a 2.5 ton capacity. So as you can imagine, which product fits which solution is super critical, and that collaboration with our customers is important for us to consider. Also, when you look at storage requirements in double deep, how many solutions do we have in there? We've got 2 variations of products. So what's important, I guess, is what we do at the start with our customers and where we land across that journey is super critical. And that also goes for selection of power as well, right? So what solutions are required there? Is there a driver from the customer's perspective to eliminate the use of internal combustion trucks? So it's very important that we collaborate with the customer at the front end before we consider what solutions are available.
Absolutely. And look, cold chain facilities often face unique operational challenges. It's not just a warehouse, is it?
Correct.
That can be from tight warehouse spaces demanding handling requirements to the need for efficiency and safety in fast-moving environments. What are some of the innovations or technologies from Linde that you believe can make the biggest difference for refrigerated logistics operators?
Yeah, well, there's actually quite a few. So in relation to, let's say, the power side of things, which at the end of the day is becoming quite a, I guess, hot topic of discussion in any market, but let's say in the cold storage space, depending on the freezer requirements, if they're going to -18 or -22 or up to -32 degrees, freezers may dictate what power solution we put forward. So, for example, over 95% of our product range, we can adopt a lithium-ion solution directly out of our factory that can operate in freezers that go up to -22 degrees for our lithium-ion phosphate or LFP product range. But we can also accommodate freezer rooms to -32, utilising our NMC product range from a lithium perspective. So from a power point of view, we can look to eliminate the requirement for battery exchange programs to run across multi-shift applications. And obviously, a lot of customers are looking to extend their shift times to cater for market demands. So that's really an area where we're seeing our expertise come into play through that evaluation process to understand whether or not we can look at minimising impacts to real estate space for what we call second shift batteries to migrate towards lithium-ion solutions to remove the requirement for labour to change batteries or hold batteries, which would increase storage capacity in those areas, and also increase safety in that process, right? Because the requirement to change batteries does require personnel involvement. So that's definitely a space from a power perspective in which we can add a lot of value. Further to that as well, if you're looking at the consideration for pedestrian safety as well. As you mentioned, there's a lot of tight spaces in a lot of warehouses, particularly in that environment. The use of, for example, AI cameras fitted to forklifts, which can help reduce speeds when it's detecting of operators, is becoming quite an interesting area for most customers as well. Further to that, we also have another product in that area called the Linde Safety Guard system, which again is another solution we have, which is our own system direct from factory, in which we can access different infrastructure points to create truck slowdowns automatically when turning corners, or for example, if there's roller doors that they want to drive through, it can interact slow down towards roller doors to remove the potential for impacts between trucks to trucks or even pedestrian management. So yeah, they're probably some of the key core areas we're seeing. Of course, the traditional storage improvement requirements for, whether it's double deep or drive-in racking requirements are still going to be there. And opportunities still exist in that space, particularly at Linde today. What I did want to mention is historically the Australian market has seen a lot of pantograph reach trucks, right? Which, up until 3 years ago, we weren't an active player in. So we've seen a lot of inroads in this space with the release of our pantograph reach truck in the market, which is really taken off, because historically we were utilising a CUI reach function reach truck. So we've now got an increased ability to support that market outside the traditional format we had previously, which has really opened up what we've done in this space.
Look, that's it's a great overview, and thanks for the great insights, Alex. It's fantastic to have Linde Material Handling as part of the RWTA community, and we look forward to seeing how your expertise in material handling, automation and warehouse efficiency can help support the continued performance and innovation of the Australian cold chain.
Of course, no problems. And I think,